Yeah, hey everyone, this is Dwayne with Dwayne's Diagnostics, and I actually am out on a mobile job today. This has actually been one of my first mobile jobs for quite a while, and this actually turned into a pretty crazy diag. This is a 2012 Cadillac CTS, and it had all kinds of crazy symptoms. Would not crank, would not start, had an immobilizer code, all kinds of other codes, and just weird, crazy symptoms. It wouldn't let me erase it actually had like 14 codes to start with, and it wouldn't let me erase the codes in the ECM on my scan tool. I kept getting a erase failure message, and something about the power mode being incorrect, or a power mode mismatch, or something like that. And like to turn the ignition key on, even though I did have the ignition key on. Weird stuff. And it seemed like maybe a problem with the key or the anti-theft system, because we're also getting messages on the dash, something to do with the theft deterrent system, and then other different messages. And you know, it wouldn't crank, wouldn't start, so it seemed kind of like an immobilizer type of issue, or a key type of issue. But I didn't have service info for it. I had actually looked at it a few days ago on Friday, and I didn't have service info at that time, so I needed to get service info to try to diagnose it, and to get wiring diagrams to try to figure out all these crazy problems it had. And one of the other things I noticed on Friday when I looked at it was there was no check engine light. The check engine light would not come on, and so that was kind of seeming to me, with that and all the other weird symptoms, that it probably had a bad ECM. So what I ended up figuring out, an idea I had, was I got down here, the ECM's down here on this one, and I actually had this back probe into the terminal for the check engine light on the ECM, and grounded it with my test light. And I was able to get the check engine light to come on, so that proved that the bulb was good, and that circuit was good all the way to the PCM or ECM. So that looked like it was going to be definitely a bad ECM. But one of the symptoms it had the other day also was it had some kind of code for one of these relays. I think it was this ignition relay, or some type of ignition control circuit, some type of code for that. And what I noticed the other day was, if you just wiggled the fuse box a little bit like this, then it would usually start getting this relay clicking. But I think sometimes it was other relays also, and if you just pushed on the relays, they would start to click and activate. So I thought that was very strange, and thought that maybe, you know, there's had to be some kind of short or intermittent connection inside this fuse box, and I thought maybe something had shorted out in here, and maybe that is what possibly fried the ECM. So I spent hours the last few days, or yesterday and Friday, going through all the codes and wiring diagrams and service info, trying to figure out what was going on with this thing. And that's kind of was my theory coming into this today, was I thought it was going to be a bad ECM, and that there was going to be some kind of short or something related inside this fuse box, or with the wiring underneath, or something to do with this fuse box, and some kind of short in there. But so it was a pretty crazy diag, or at least trying to diag it. It was pretty crazy trying to figure it out with all these weird symptoms. They didn't really seem to relate, but it was also kind of pointing to like possibly you know, a bad ignition switch also, because I was getting those messages about you know, power mode incorrect or power mode mismatch, and that ignition 1 voltage code or whatever that code was. So it was kind of looking like possibly also a bad ignition switch. But what I ended up figuring out, oops, I had my phone over the camera there. What I ended up figuring out is, after I checked that the check engine light bulb would work and that circuit was good, I came over here to check this fuse box out, and I noticed these 2 bolts here were just like finger tight and loose. And so I figured I'll tighten those up. Maybe that's part of the problem here. And I tightened those up, and it was like, I'll tighten those up and turn the key and see what happens. And believe it or not, that fixed it. I can show you now. This thing would not crank at all the other day. Not even a click or nothing. No check engine light. We had a check engine light there for a second. I'll show you. We got a check engine light there. Even though it had not been working the past few days. And no more check engine light. So no codes in the ECM. No other warning lights, except for the seatbelt light here. But yeah, this was a really crazy one to try to figure out, and like try to figure out some kind of plan on what to test and how to test it. And it was a crazy one, but that's all it was that this fuse box was loose and hadn't been tightened down all the way. So just figured I'd share that, do a video on this one. But that's really about all I got for this one. I haven't brought the Go Diag box today. I was gonna check the can lines and stuff to see what was going on there, but ended up not having to use that. But yeah, this ECM is not in the greatest place to get to. But yep, that's all I got on this one. I will talk to you on the next one.